If you guys want to go first, I'm gonna calm down this baby.
I can go. So, for the MamaBird interviews vision, what I had said was MamaBird Interviews is a company that enables individuals and families to reflect on the importance of their lives while also empowering young women of color. And then for MamaBird Media's vision, I said that MamaBird Media is more focused on the empowerment of young women by giving access to networking and educational opportunities that allow them to focus their business and professional skills primarily through media. So that was kind of what I thought of as the difference between the two visions.
I'll go next. For MamaBird interview, I said, in one of my favorite musicals, Hamilton, Eliza sings, "Who will tell my story?" We all live these diverse, exciting lives, yet most of us rely on others to tell our stories. No one can tell your story better than yourself. With MamaBird Media, you can tell your story and have it for your family to share for generations. And then for MamaBird Media, just in general, I said, being part of MamaBird Media allows young women of color and women in general to explore different areas of life and to gain experiences that may not be provided by other companies.
What I wrote down was a small team of 4 started MamaBird with the vision of bringing up young women of color. MamaBird Media's goal is to help young women build real-life business skills through networking with amazing women who have already been there, done that in terms of life skills such as running a business, building a brand, even like leasing an apartment or buying a car, etc. That's all I have written down.
I also kind of want to elaborate what I wrote for the goal. So what I wrote for the goal of MamaBird Interviews is to provide a platform for people to talk about stories in ways that they may not usually be able to, and it gives the family of the person in the video an opportunity to see their loved one in the future when they may no longer be on this earth. And then for MamaBird Media, I feel as if MamaBird Media's goal is more broad and more focused on the educational aspect, and it's finding ways of teaching young women about things that they may not learn in school or because the system is set out against them. And it allows them to work with companies that provide services for them and also bringing in people to speak and network with them.
Something that I really like to add about MamaBird interviews is the fact that we capture people's essence, like who they are, how they speak, so that later on in life they can draw value on that, see how they've changed for themselves, whether it be high schoolers who just graduated or grandmas, to kind of reflect on what they've been through and how they've grown.
I really like how you said it captures people's essence. I really like the use of that word because I feel like that is ultimately what we're trying to do with MamaBird interviews, is capturing, especially when we're like interviewing elders, is capturing their essence, and even younger people too, but like in different ways. Because I feel like for younger people, it's more of a way of them to kind of look towards the future, and then for the elders, it's kind of a way for them to look towards the past. But in the same way, it's like capturing who they are, so that like them or their family can look back on it and really not just like read what the person wrote or thought, but really see and hear what they.
I think that's also very important to be able to see how they react. It's like when you're like reading text messages, you don't always like get the tone or try you don't get the tone of how someone might say something, but when you're listening and seeing the person, you can see their reaction and see their personality and their facial expressions about how they feel about certain things, which I think is very valuable.
I feel as in terms of who we're doing this for, I feel like in terms of Mama Bird interviews, I feel like we are doing this primarily for the customers and their family, because we're giving them the opportunity to see their loved one when they no longer can in the future, which is very, very priceless. And it's something that's often overlooked because a lot of people don't think about the fact that maybe I should record a loved one when I can. But then when that time passes, when the moment for them to be able to do it passes, it's something that you're going to wish you would have done. And so people see its value when it matters the most. And we're also doing this for ourselves because while we're also helping families, we're also empowering ourselves by learning how to network, run a business, and succeed. And then for Mama Bird Media, I feel like we're doing this for young women of color that may not have benefited from the privileges in life that other people may have.
Yeah, I think for MamaBird Media, definitely in turn helps benefit young women of color. I know a lot of young women of color who are like very talented and like they could do like really great things if they only had the platform or had the chance to. But many are like confused on where to go or what to do next. And the thing with MamaBird Media will allow more young women to take control of their life and be more aware of what they can do.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I feel like it's something that if people have access to this young, like earlier in life, then they have the ability to kind of see their capabilities and their potential. And like you said, a lot of people have a lot of potential. They just don't have a platform because of the way that life is just set up. And so I feel like Mama Bird Media is really important because it can help to offer that platform in ways that other things in life may not.
I'm kind of reflecting on like myself and how I've already grown in confidence and just kind of how I have a vision for my life. And so to put that on a larger scale with so many other women, young women of color, it's really amazing. Like someday we're going to take over the world, but not in a bad way. Like very hopefully.
Yeah, that kind of adds on to what I said for where I see it going. I can see Mama Bird interviews going very far and potentially even becoming global. And I can see us growing and expanding and bringing in new people and expanding Mama Bird Media's vision. I can see us like traveling to meet people and to tell their stories and creating lifelong relationships with them. And then I can see us like conducting large amount of interviews per week and being able to eventually rely on this solely for income. And then I can even see us having problems with having too many interviews booked and having to let clients know that we're very busy, which will continue to also emphasize our importance in the world. And then for Mama Bird Media, I can also see it becoming global and us having connections all over the world and meeting with people each week and providing seminar style lessons to young women and continuing to like do like the business aspect of it, but also bringing up other young women with us, which is where I feel like the importance of um, the growth in this company comes in, because like as we grow, the company also grows. And so I feel like it's going to be like exponential. Like as the company grows, we'll also see our confidence grow because we'll see that what we're doing is like having a real impact.
I agree with as this company grows, that will grow also. I feel like from the beginning of this company, it has made me kind of let my guard down. I'm less worried about how I'm seen or perceived, and I'm more willing to reach out to people and talk to people. Where usually I would like hesitate. It would take me like a week to gain that confidence to just do that one thing, and then it will take me a while to just like recover from doing that one thing. But with this company, it just forces me to just do it and then move on to the next thing instead of spending so much time prepping to get there. But yeah, I also see this being a big thing, and it changing not only our lives but maybe our families' lives and the lives of other women also that who will eventually be part of this.
Yeah, you guys elaborate on how this company is going to grow so beautifully. And yeah, it really makes me think of like how it's going to impact our own community and of course the world. Um, yeah.
Yeah, I also feel like it's gonna impact us in different aspects of our lives as well. Like how you said you share like before it would take you like a long time to want to do a task. I feel like it kind of really helps me to want to branch out in other aspects of my life as well. Like in class, it makes me want to speak up more and talk more and engage with the class and the material. And it just makes me want to like strive to be better in everything that I do because I understand like the importance of um like what it takes to kind of achieve your goals. And so it kind of helps me want to push myself to do those more without being scared of how I'm going to be perceived or how people are going to judge me.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely pushed me to not only striving like with you guys, but also what other stuff I want to do. I think like I have a bunch of like a list of things that I want to accomplish, but it's just kind of just sitting there. But with this company, it's forced me to like get up early and start working towards them. And um, yeah, I think it's definitely changing many aspects of my life.
Mama Bird is constantly helping me to kind of reevaluate my own life and my values and like where I see things going for me. And Clark has helped me, and you guys have helped me to really like learn to think big. And my thinking big, I feel like, is just touching the surface of how big we can think and grow, you know, not just for myself, but you guys as well. Like how Clark is like such this big thinker, and really ties into privilege, as he says often. Um, and so I think it's also a learning experience for us and for the people who will benefit from this. Like not to just think small and think of um, just like our own village, I guess, but also to look outside of that and really grasp the concept that the sky really is like there's no limit.
So what will our next steps be with the company as where we are right now?
I feel like we should try to continue to develop the business plan as much as we can, and like kind of hone in like what the vision and the goal it really is for the company and how we can incorporate that into the plan and everything. Um, and then I think he wanted us to like in terms of next week, what we can talk about with just ourselves. Maybe we can try to like develop ideas for like the different sections and like what we see this vision. I mean, see the company doing. And then maybe talk about like potential interviews. And I think we can also talk about the hit list and everything and how we're doing with that.
Another thing that we could talk about is like what our podcasts will be structured, how they will be structured, what we'll talk about, who will have on. Um, Also for social media, how we want to shape that, because I think we're all I don't really know what the word for is. I'm sorry. But I think we all have the capability to change what we have on the MamaBird platform on social media. And so kind of looking like how do we want to structure that and like build that part of our business. We can also all of us can kind of like start listening to different podcasts, and I'm sure if you guys are already doing this, and sharing like the stuff that we're listening to, or recommend each other different things to listen to, whether it be YouTube videos, books, podcasts.
I agree. We can start thinking about like how we want to structure the podcast and also the YouTube channel, and then we can like for next week's meeting maybe like try to set a goal for us to like have an idea of like how we want them to be based off of like recommendations from ones we listened to and YouTube videos that we've watched. I think that's a good idea.
I had to leave to go wake up my baby sister to get her ready for her class. So I will see you guys later.
Yeah, I have to get ready to leave too because I have another meeting at 9.
I have to go pick up my baby from her dad. Okay.
Bye guys.
Bye bye.
See you guys soon.